Following Monday's deadly incident on Metro, another question has come up. The question is, what lies ahead for the transit agency? Will Metro face legal implications, and are they liable for what happened?
Joining us this morning, Kim Brooks-Rodney, an attorney at Cohen & Cohen, and she also helped Metro negotiate past issues and problems. Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Good morning.
Happy you're with us. So, as a former assistant general counsel for Metro, should Metro be worried about lawsuits?
Metro should be worried about lawsuits. Let's talk about what we know. We know that there was electrical arching, and for those that don't know, there's a circuit with an electrode on each end, and the current should flow through the circuit to the electrode. In this situation, the current jumped over the circuit to the next electrode, and that's what caused the smoke. And it was enough smoke to fill a subway station and 6 subway cars. Now, Metro has potential responsibility for the events of Monday in 3 different ways. Was it negligent maintenance that caused this electrical arching? If that's the situation, then Metro is going to be responsible for Monday's events. In 2013, there were 86 smoke incidents in the Metro. In 2014, there were 85 smoke incidents in the Metro. Was Metro aware of this electrical arching problem before Monday? And if they were aware, did they take reasonable steps to correct that problem before Monday's events took place?
Let me interrupt. Back in 2010, at the last Metro incident that happened in 2009, a federal judge limited Metro's liability based on the fact that they were quasi-governmental agency, correct? So can that happen again in this instance?
There was no limiting of their liability for the 2009 Metro crash.
That there could be potential to limit their liability. Didn't the judge rule in that instance that there was some issue where Metro's liability could potentially be limited?
No, there were several defendants in that case. My firm represented the family of General David Worley and his wife. They both died in that crash. And there was no limitation as to what Metro might be responsible for monetarily with regard to that accident. There were several defendants, and the liability was spread around somewhat for that event.
Okay.
But back to what happened on Monday.
So it could be negligence as far as what their maintenance or looking at if you had these other issues.
It could be negligent maintenance, or it could be a problem that had nothing to do with negligent maintenance, but Metro was aware of the problem, and they didn't take reasonable steps to correct it. And then the third problem for Metro is this, frankly, atrocious response time to this event. These trains stopped 800 feet from a subway station. You had passengers literally trapped like rats in a dark subway car filled with smoke.
Horrifying.
We have a client, a potential client coming in this afternoon who has told us that he called 911. He called Metro's dispatch, that the train operator actually walked into the train, was checking on people, sat down, spoke to him, asked him if he was okay. Now, 40 to 45 minutes to be sitting trapped like that, it's just atrocious. And Metro has to answer the question, why? And one of the questions that's particularly troubling to me is Mrs. Glover, the poor woman that passed away. Did the delayed response contribute to her demise? That's a question that needs to be answered for her sons. That's a question that needs to be answered for the community. They say the yellow line is up today and it's running. I don't know that I'd want to get on it.
I think a lot of people feel the same way, unfortunately. We'll be following this. Thanks for coming in today to talk about it.
Thank you for inviting me.
Kim Brooks-Rodney is with Cohen & Cohen.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, let's get a check now of our weather.